There's a lot coming to Last Oasis very soon. More content, the next map for regression, and some radical changes for travel, rarity, and how all that'll work with PvE and PvP. Before we get into the changes coming, for those who don't know what's coming in the next map, brace yourselves. As was shown in the Season 5 trailer, Occam has been tamed by the Rupu and ready to melt your walkers. At least repeaters are weak and those can be taken out easily. The real struggle will be maintaining distance from the beetle/praying mantis. It's not a crab, guys, I don't care what anyone says, it looks nothing like a crab. But moving on, the Claytails will also bring the next tier of progression, ceramic. Not without a challenge of new Rupu classes and behaviors. The Rupu will now have a support class to help their warriors in combat. What does that entail? Not entirely sure, but we'll have to see. For now, there will be a patch to address some more urgent issues, the biggest one being the travel system. As it stands, it's way too cumbersome and restrictive as to where we can go and how far we can travel, and how long it takes us. It takes way too much time. I would try to travel, have a small window to go to the next tile, and by the time I get to the clearing I needed, it would close, and access to that tile wouldn't be open for another 30 minutes or more. That'll no longer be the case. Clearings will be more streamlined and open for 12 hours at a time. Along with that, there will be a lot more clearings to travel through in general. They'll still be adjusting travel as we continue Season 5, but this will help a lot for the time being. We'll talk about the future plans after I go over the remainder of the patches coming in now. They increased hoist container size from 10 slots to 20, thank goodness. I couldn't put all the mats I needed to repair my stiletto and all this stuff built on it because it just didn't fit. The percentages in the hoist's menu will be more accurate, that'll be nice. And the hoist will now be located in the Walker Tools build menu rather than the crafting menu. Makes a lot more sense, not sure why it wasn't there to begin with. They've improved the base maintenance UI by adding notifications, tooltips, etc., so at least it'll be slightly more intuitive. Traveling merchants will be making an appearance again in the canyon maps. So now we'll be able to trade at merchants like we can at the trade station. I'm assuming it's the same mechanic as just dumping schematics into that box to get flots. The Papak, or more commonly known as the Frog, won't be as smooth-brained anymore. They'll be improving the behavior, and its size will be adjusted to its intended size. So apparently it wasn't supposed to be the size of something that would fight Godzilla, and will be shrunk down. Clearly it wasn't built to be that big, just judging by its animation. Ranged Rupus will be buns of melee now, so rushing them will be more of a meaningful strategy. Sterile bandages will require 2 aloe gel rather than 5, thank goodness. Now it's 5 bandages every 100 aloe rather than 2. They made the humidifier smaller so it fits into a 1 wall high base rather than 2, and it'll have new sounds and effects. Apparently the automaton sounded like Rupu when getting hit, which I find hilarious and would rather that kept in, but makes sense why they're changing that. So that'll be remedied in the upcoming patch. Throwstone can now be put into an ammo chest. That was incredibly annoying. Almost as annoying as fire darts not being able to be stored in the ammo schematic rack. Fixed some specific projectiles damaging player bases. Rupu will now have new armor variants to distinguish the class types. Lots and lots of crash fixes, most of which apparently would require an engineer to explain. They legitimately put that in the post. So what's to be expected in the future of Last Oasis? Well, currently you have to roam to a PvP tile to get higher quality gear, which of course the PvE players don't like. I have also seen PvP players complain about there not being enough PvP players in the PvP tiles. So to remedy this, the devs are considering making rarity maps function more like event maps. These maps will be up for a time frame and then burn. The devs are also considering removing the ability to build on these tiles, as to make them function more like raids in other MMOs. That being said, not every rarity map will be PvP. There will be PvE rarity maps. Keep in mind all of this is subject to change, even before the update comes out. So your feedback is vital. Be sure to voice your opinion to the devs. They do read everything being said in their Discord and Steam post comments. That's it for this recap. Thanks for watching, and make the most of your day.